Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bodyhood Brawl League Season 3. We're here for qualifying League 3 game between Slaviour and Klajd. We're going to watch this from Klajd's perspective, and they just started. The second Klajd here got put into 3 groups. I think it's going to be 2 when he selects them. We will see. I think he's already put down his units. While Slaviour did not get to deploy here due to horrors of Mordheim, so he was randomly scattered. This is the game right now, and we have been waiting on it for several weeks now. It's one of the last few games remaining, one of the last 3 games remaining in fact of the Bodyhood Brawl League Season 3 in the qualifier leagues. In fact, let us quickly bring up the league table as it stands. You can see that Klajd here is undefeated so far at the very top of the table, Slaviour as well, and this is the game of the giants in this group. They are both expected to finish first and second, and we will see how that goes for them. Slaviour, of course, playing as the Sisters of Sigmar, Klajd as the Witch Hunters. You can see that Klajd's morale is fantastic right now. 140, almost. I don't think I've seen any warband with such a high morale. So that's a really good thing for him. Slaviour coming in at 92. Morale is typically a high point for the sisters, but the witch hunters can do it really well as well. Very exciting game to be watching right now, and it's been a while since we casted a game as well. I've been away for a while and just got back, and the league hasn't really progressed since. So I'm glad we're getting this game underway. One of the most dangerous things with Slaviour's warband, of course, is the mastered comet he already has on the matriarch. One of his favorite tactics is used in Sister Superior with the 4 Sigmar skill, targeting the matriarch so she can move around with a very big range, movement range, and then cast the mastered comet of Sigmar from afar with his blue Sigmar at Great Hammer, which is a very low curse chance. And by doing that, he can effectively do a lot of damage to Klajd's units before they even get to do anything. We see the top group here, not discovered by Slaviour just yet, but he has seen the middle group. It's going to be a key thing here if Klajd can somehow reconnect his warriors. If he wants to, he might just want to engage here with a free-for-all. Remember that Slaviour is not deployed, he is scattered. So it's going to be all around these buildings. Spreading the fight out could be good for Klajd, I think. Since Slaviour definitely has the range advantage, Klajd has got with a very interesting strategy, which is that he doesn't seem to have much in the way of range. Unlike the other 3 Witch Hunters players in the Bodyhood Brawl League, Klajd has opted to go with a melee Witch Hunter captain, owing to the passive, no doubt. See him right here. %15% armor, that might be a helmet and a blue cloth. I think it is. You can see one of the purifiers of Slaviour here as well. Another powerful character is going to be buffed with 4 Sigmar, and that's usually how Slaviour plays in the Bodyhood Brawl League here, using the comet and hoping that nothing goes wrong for him, trying to hit things from afar. Generally the Witch Hunters are relatively decent at tackling magic casters like this. You do have Burn the Witch, a skill I don't think Klajd has picked up just yet, but he might eventually. You also start with plus 20% magic resistance for free on the captain and plus 10% on a witch hunter in case you have them, which Klajd does not. Is up for 2 Templars. Why wouldn't you? We just had a little bit of a drop here. We came back into the game. Missed a bit of Klajd's turn, but it seems to have moved away with many of his units here, and I think that's wise. The 42 or the 34 here might be the matriarch of Slaviour. We have seen it from the overhead map, we're gonna see it again, but Slaviour seems to have pulled all of his units together into the same room, or as many as he can. And you remember that he used his 2 henchmen here to scout out the 3 henchmen from Klajd. That's probably in preparation for using the comets here to fire down on one of them. Yes, there we go. The matriarch is alive. Now, where is she going? She might not have been buffed with 4 Sigma here for the first turn, but it's definitely going to be on the second turn, as well as the Purifier. You can see that Gustav Moll has picked up the idol of Klajd. It's going to be problematic since he doesn't have a search point to drop it down to. Is she actually going to... She might have gotten 4 Sigma. She started right next to Sister Superior. I think she might be trying for a comet, or no. You can see she's also running around with a big Great Hammer there. That's a Sigma at Great Hammer, removing the curse chances a bit. It's of course important for Klajd to see if he can catch these units. The Purifier is especially vulnerable. Remember that she cannot disengage. So she's a key unit to try and figure out. And of course the matriarch is the key engine of Slaviour's entire warband here. Doing a bit of scouting, might to see a comet coming in. At this stage comets are a bit luck dependent. You need to be lucky with them. You could be getting a lot of fire back here. You see already 6% curse chance. Can be 21 if it targets another one. Could explode here. Let's see. Doing a sizable amount of damage. And trying for a third one. Really risking it. Doing a heavy amount of damage. And like most Sister of Sigmar's players, completely avoids every kind of Divine Wrath. Divine Wrath is generally a little bit nicer to you than Sense Curse, but we'll see, we'll see. This is what most people should be expecting when facing Slaviour now. Comets of Sigmars raining down on you, no matter where you go. You can see the overhead map here. Most of the Slavish units seems to be all gathered up. It's going to be interesting to see what these 2 units can do. The ones in the top north. As currently Klajd is a little bit outnumbered and he's going to try and hide here, but with very little in the form of range, if he even has any range. It's going to be a nightmare trying to get close. Slaviour has left his idol. Could be a good thing for Klajd to pick up on his way down from the north, as that will lower Slaviour's morale even further, and he doesn't need to remove too much here to cause a rout test on Slaviour. That could be Klajd's way of going out of this alive. Neither of these players have lost very many characters on their way here. For the first 5 games, I think it's 5 losses for Klajd, 6 for Slaviour. It's probably likely to change now. It seems to be a completely blocked path. Still well out of sight here, most likely. Doesn't want a trap to be triggered here. That would reveal him on the minimap. Although Slaviour already knows that Klajd is divided up into 3 groups, but and he's seen 2 of them, the Templar at the very bottom as well as the 3 henchmen that he started targeting. And he should really know that there is a group here in the north, but we'll see if he's gonna react. Oh, we do see here that the idol has actually been picked up by Slaviour as well. Yes, did. He might have spotted one of the units in the north here. Probably the flagellant in that case. Moved through the main walkway where he stopped by. We see a trapping trigger there next to the Wordstone. Seems to have sent him towards his own wagon. And the Superior has picked it up. It's a risky play here with the comets, but you know, the icon for the Sister of Sigmars is not a comet for no reason, and Anna Hutzol is a little bit isolated here. 7 movement to start with, so she already has knowledge Mordheim, so she's clearly meant to be a unit that's never gonna be caught. And just throwing comets all the way around. Played exactly like how you would play a warlock. Or any offensive spellcaster for that matter. A little bit of a shame since she can do a lot of damage in melee too if she needs to. But it also makes her dangerous to hunt down. No matter what target you send against her, she's gonna inflict a lot of damage against them. Even if Klajd manages to get these 3 henchmen together with his leader and 2 Templars, he's still gonna be a sitting duck for all of the artillery of Slaviour, and he might actually lose a unit or take enough damage here that it's not gonna turn to his advantage when the fight does start. You really need something to go badly with all of these comet castings. Might be getting a little bit closer to an engagement here, but I don't know if it's going to be in the interest of Slaviour to do that. He just wants to move his team closer and then take up a defensive position as he rains comets down on Klajd's units. It's going to be up to Klajd here to react and do something. So one of the zealots in the top corner here is a very new one, level 1-ish. Should be around the same for Slaviour, having one of the henchmen here being very new. Might have stepped on a trap here during the times when we haven't actually seen the combat happen at the start of the game and during the little broadcast failure we had a few minutes ago. Could be throwing Slaviour off a little bit. What is he doing? Yeah, he knows he can't. He got a shorter distance this time. Probably not a good ambush stance, but very unlikely that Slaviour is gonna go through there anyway. Let's see if we can find some more comets coming down. At this point, but oh wow, yeah. Going at the very top here, could have the... Does he have the range? Failed the leap. Putting herself back down. She could be a little bit exposed. Slaviour has a tendency sometimes when you're moving back with vulnerable units like this to put them up against the walls, and if one of them get caught, could be very decisive for Klajd. It's all about how much movement Klajd has available to him. It's going to be mainly in the form of his Witch Hunter Captain, which has 8 blue pills. And doesn't seem to be suffering from any kind of movement penalty. But the other ones, hovering around 6. I wonder if Slaviour realizes here that he has all of the range advantage, and there is absolutely no ranged unit whatsoever in Klajd's warband. If he made that leap, he could have gotten himself into a very good position. We could just rain down comets out in the open, forcing Klajd to stand still. Another option that Slaviour has available to him, if he is a little bit open-minded, is to sweep out and go for the north, and hoping that he finds these the remaining units here and kills them off before they can get anywhere. That seems to be what has caused the confusion for Slaviour. If you look at the initiative ladder, you see that suddenly one of the Templars here is the last unit to move. Previously it was some of Slaviour's units. He had 3 ones in a row there. And he's also walked into a trap there. There we go, 28. Got a -15 initiative from a trap. Could be a nice surprise if Klajd can manage to engage in 2 turns when he suddenly jumps up to 43 again. We'll go above the matriarch in that case. Actually gonna be after the next turn. So if he can end in combat here with Humbert, that would be very advantageous for him. The next turn. Oh, that's gonna be moving back. Moving back, definitely no. It's gonna be tricky to fight this for Klajd. He's very much hard countered in his warband setup against Slaviour, especially Scissor Superior buffing the Purifier and the Matriarch with extra movement. Slaviour can just move forward and throw his comments and then move back to a position where Klajd cannot reach him during the same turn. That's very deadly, especially early on when you're lacking things like exhaustion, good movement speed, or even a good amount of blue pills. As you can see here, even this very high leveled flagellant only has 5 blue pills. He's gonna get his 6th one at level 5. Everyone gets their last blue pill at level 5. Every single character in the game, all of them starts with 1 less blue pill than they have at maximum, and they all get their last blue pill at level 5. Checking out some of the stats here, looking around, seeing what he can do. This is the hallmark of a good player. This is what you should do during most of your opponent's turns, but now it is actually Klajd's turn, so let's see if he's gonna move that flagellant or not. Has 15 more seconds left to do something. Doesn't want to be revealed here in case he's being spotted. That idol might be put into the only search point in this house too. So that could also be a good indication of where Klajd could go and find the idol and bring it down. Seems to actively be searching for the Scissor Superior. Might be closer towards the Matriarch, I think. You can see that the situation is a little bit more spread out. We are back. We had another falling out of the recording. Still, we are very thankful to watching this game through Klajd's point of view. You can see some of the units here are really close now by Slaviour, especially 2 of them, 2 of the henchmen, both of them in ambush mode, waiting Should check up what kind of initiative those two units have, because it could be a good idea to go in with the 28 Templar here. Remember, he's gonna be 43 in the next one, and we did see that Klajd has a mace and a sword in reserve for both Templars, I think, which is plus 10 initiative if he manages to switch. And I could see him through many of the units here of Slaviour. 53 he would end up on. Okay, that's not quite enough. So far we have nothing that's really happened. Klajd is a little bit outnumbered here right now. He needs to get his northern units into the same. We've had 2 delays, gonna have another delay here. The 4th delay for the captain. Indeed. She's waiting to have someone to throw the comets at. So far, the only one that's actually taking some serious damage is one of Klajd's henchmen here. Half dead. Nothing else has really happened. As far as we can tell. They keep using delay on one another. See how long that's gonna last. Ah, here we go. Here we go. She's probably there to spot for the matriarch and for the purifier. But she's taking up a good, a very forward position. Seeing the entire warband here of Klajd failing the perception check, which would have given Slaviour more of an insight of what's up there. Is it worth to go after? I don't really think it is. That would be a prime target to lock down with one of your henchmen, I think. Deciding to move into something relative to safety. One of the big problems with facing Six of Sigmas or plays like Slaviours here does is that they are all about the comets. They don't do really anything else. And that was true of the BBL2 warbands too, except you know, we had the impressives going for them then. But mostly what it comes down to is these sisters and novices, which is mostly going to be sisters, all act as just blocking stones for all the other. Wow, she's really in a forward position. You could take advantage of that. So what they do is that they walk into characters and they just tie them up. And preferably they won't walk into the Templars, because they're gonna tie them up for a pretty long time, and then you can throw comets into the fight. So that's really what Slaviour's game plan is all about, in case he does engage. Yeah, the unit here with 28 should really engage. Oh wow, that's gonna be a key. Anna Hatzol is there. The matriarch is very close. She's on the other side. Could go in and do a lot of damage. Remember that he's gonna be boosted to 43 initiative, which is just above the matriarch. He really needs to get to the matriarch now. He needs to get to the matriarch. Oh, playing on the safe side. Playing on the safe side. Not doing anything. Not doing anything.
A new round has started.
Yeah, it's time to move forward. You're very far away from the fight right now. If you go through there, you're gonna be shown. You need to go towards his wagon, more or less. Now he's gonna show himself openly. The unit that spots him is of course the unit on the high ground. Novice, I believe, that put herself there. Sees Aldaris Richter move from the top. Now Slaviour knows that he's there, if he didn't know already. And he knows that Lerky Jurgens is there with him. Alright, alright. Blocking the ambush in case a unit goes through there. Turning out to be a very long game here. As has been the custom with many of Klajd's games, not so much with the Slaviour's games so far. Also been very long games when we were watching Hole Poker, I believe. Just went up and cancelled that aura, and that was very, very nice. I mean, not the aura, the ambush. The character aura stood out too close of an ambush, and the Slaviour saw that and exploited that and went in and did a little bit of damage. Klajd unlucky to not return it. So we have a game here. It's all about to start for real. Slaviour is committed. Klajd is going to have to commit here. Remember, he has one Templar and Witch Hunter Captain on the other side. Probably going to go into the Templar here. Indeed, indeed. Locking him down for a decent amount of time. She had 168 wounds. Gonna have 31 less for the upcoming turn. It's gonna be very tricky. Let's see what the Matriarch can do. She's so close now. Should have around 6 to 7 red pills. That's gonna be 3 comets if she wants to. Or she just goes in and does a bit of damage. Could get 3 comets and an attack off if he uses the passive. See how much Slaviour exposes himself, if he's gonna expose himself too much. And let's see if he's lucky with the Divine Vrats here once again. 46 damage, that's really good. It's almost the maximum damage he's gonna do with his current intelligence level. Oh. Really bringing in the hurt here on the Templar. Avoiding Divine Vrat as usual. And it keeps increasing in damage. That is a lot of damage coming in, and avoids Divine Wrath once again. Bit lucky for Slaviour this time too. And that is a very good position to be in. A very good position to be in considering everything else. Remember the ambush here, it's outside. We could push through, I suppose, but yeah, what is he hoping for? He needs to bust through these two sisters that are holding him up. See if he can do that, focus them down. That's gonna make Slaviour has much less options available to him. Remember that he has the Matriarch and the Purifier, which are both essentially played as ranged units. So once those tanky sisters starts dying off, it's not going to be much that holds the team together. It's going to be a lot of skirmishing in. Slaviour really cannot afford it with his current morale to lose too much. unlike Klajd. Could be a good thing setting up a 2 against 1 here. Can he do a charge? We're just gonna tie down the Templar even further. Blocking another avenue. Blocking an avenue out of there. And this looks very difficult for Klajd right now. Very difficult. Can Liselot Gals here be finished off in one go? Is that possible? With the help of some other units. Doesn't really have anyone else to target with insult, could be worth doing. Not everyone will have a 95% hit chance against her. He doesn't want to step out there, does he? Because there is an ambush waiting for him. Yeah, indeed, he's gonna wait. He wants to trigger that ambush first. This is the right character to trigger it. Having full health and everything. Make sure he's not caught in the doorway. He's not. She's two-handed. She's only gonna get one attack off. Let's see if he hits. She does. 65% hit chance. Gonna increase the damage that this Sila does on his 2 remaining attacks. Also gonna have enough for a parry, which is gonna be good. See if you can parry the lone attack that Slaviour has. Two heavy characters haven't really come into Klajd just yet. They're on the very end of the initiative ladder. But let's see what this unit can do here first. Gonna try and focus fire on the Templar, I thought. Yeah. No success with the 3% magic resistance check so far. Fails a casting, that's a first. See if she's gonna be hurt by something. No, not really. And fails the third one. At least that evens it out a little bit. And doesn't suffer any curse here either. Alright. The Divine Wrath chance is not too high, as you can see with the blue Sigmarite Warhammers. Might even have been lucky to get the reduction rune so far. And we have a first kill coming in, and it is Slaviour killing off a hero here. And look at that, 60 morale lost, and then 60 morale lost again, because he was the one carrying the idol. That was a heavy blow. Gustav Maul, a level 4 hero, has gone down. And probably wants to go up and set up another ambush. She can't really get in there because the other sister has blocked the path. Which I thought was deliberate, but maybe it wasn't. You can see how these sisters play. This is how you should really play sisters, I guess, in this opening stage of the game. Is a very annoying way of facing a very annoying warband to face in case they are lucky. The Sister Superior is way off here. What does he want to do? Does he really want to trigger that ambush? He needs to go in and do some damage. He wants to trigger the ambush and it lands again, 60% chance. Slaviour has been very lucky so far. See how much damage Klajd can do now. He's gonna get some reinforcement here from the Templar. Might focus fire the unit down. Oh, it might not be enough. Might not be enough to kill her. Or maybe it will. Maybe it will. If Ulf Annesheim can come in and do a bit of damage and hit. Yeah. See if he can land this. %72% chance? Yes, he does. Very nice hit, very nice hit. Could see Amina Tyler going down here from Humbert Verno. Probably going to be the case. I probably wants to go for the kill, no? No. Gonna go for the near kill. Should be bumping up to 43, yeah. It's bumping up to 43 in the next turn here. From 28. Could be a little nice surprise. It's all about killing these units because Slaviour is not gonna let anything touch the Purifier or the Matriarch. Yeah, and there are two units that are very, very far behind. What can they do? He needs to move at full speed now. You see this is a superior there on the other side. Can I actually go in and prevent her from using... Yeah, I think it's going to do that. No? No, he wouldn't have enough movement anyway. I could have went into this superior and just tied her up, preventing her from using for Sigmar on some of the other units. Here she goes. But yeah, I don't think she's gonna go for Sigmar right now because everything is more or less tied down, and this is gonna be all about doing the amount of damage that's going to be needed. Big blow to Klajd there early on. Big blow. Focusing on the leader. That's lucky, managing the all alone check. See what these units can do before Klajd gets a chance to retaliate in full force. And once he has done his retaliation, it's going to be how well it's going to use that to lock down maybe the Purifier and the Matriarch if it's possible. Let's see what he can do. This unit's gonna skip up the initiative ladder for the next turn. If she leaves now, she's gonna leave the Purifier exposed for attack. Remember that 2 of the henchmen of Slaviour here are very vulnerable and they are almost dead. They are almost dead. And it seems likely that Klajd might pull through and kill these 2 units, and then he has a unit that could move freely and tie up the Purifier and do a lot of damage that way. Luck is turning around a little bit. Also gonna jump up on the initiative ladder for next turn and be able to do 2 attacks. Here we go. Probably wants to kill off that unit, yeah. Before she gets her turn. Has Burn the Witch available. Wow, that's a really cool thing. I like that. I like that a lot. Has Burn the Witch available. If he could just get into one of the spellcasters, he could do a lot of damage with that. I mean, Tyler is not gonna get her turn, I fear. There we go. Evening out the score. Still, Slaviour is in the lead here, killing off a hero compared to a henchman. And gonna have 1 red pill left over for the parry. Does she want to get in on that sea lot that she was near, or is she going to go in for something else? Wants to bog down the fight here for as long as possible so the comments can start telling. Honestly, an ambush here is not that bad. He says when it's going to be the Templar's turn here, he's gonna kill the unit he's facing. Yeah, so it's good to tie him down. Would just have been 10% higher chance to hit with the ambush. Well, that's lucky. Could have seen herself being killed there. Since Superior is in a weird spot once the Flagellant comes in, remember that she's the one carrying the idol for Slaviour, so there's another minus 60 morale in case she goes down. Can I disengage from this? No, he cannot. He's standing too close to the wall. Bit lucky. Twice Slaviour manages the dodge roll at 30% or something like that. Yeah, we might see another one of the important characters of Klajd's going down there though to the comets. Klajd's hope right now is that something bad happens to the comet casters. He needs a stun or something to that effect to trigger in. Help him out. Might be using the passive here off the Matriarch to pump out even more damage. And gets an attack at just 1. Gonna get a parry attack back at her. That's really odd. Did Klajd leave the keyboard or something like that? Because he could have had a counterattack at that point. That was odd. That was very odd. Likely gonna see just another comment right now. Gets unworthy. Is not able to do anything else for the turn. Another comment caster coming in. Focusing on the other Templar, no doubt. Indeed. Nothing happens for now. 6%. Goes through the magic resistance. Hits the spell again. Nothing happens this time either. Doesn't want to risk it now. Doesn't want to risk it. Could get a kill off there if he wanted to. Is he going to? He might still cast. He might still cast. And gets sinners. All right, a bit too late. Well, that is a girl he can easily kill off. Well, that would yeah, might want to go for the kill, but went for the charge, hoping that he could maybe get the matriarch. Was not to be. Was not to be. Just gonna boost up his initiative as well for the next turn. Might even go above the. Can he go in here and do a kill here on the last remaining almost dead sister here? That would be a good thing if he does. I think he should go in and kill Liselot Giles. Just clear her up. See if he can be lucky here and kill her off. Indeed, he is. The level 2 henchman stood no chance whatsoever. See, it's only 20 morale left here now, so if the Sister Superior could die, then Klajd might still be able to win this, owing to his great morale. Probably wants to tie that sister there. Well, at the very least, that's going to cost an all alone check. Might fail that, so let's see. Lucky again, another 50% all alone check that Slaviour passes here. Let's see how much damage he can do before Klajd gets a chance to retaliate in full here. Now he seems to be back and using the counterattack. Maybe he was actually saving that counterattack for this exact thing to happen. Well, he's still alive. He's still alive and kicking. And if he can just take down the Sister Superior in one go here, he could... yeah, he will force a route test on Slaviour and could potentially win this. Web of Steel, oh my god, yeah, that's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Might be having more fun than going after Anna Hutzol here and getting another kill somewhere else. For example, the lower left sister is already pretty hurt. Can she get in on the Witch Hunter Captain? Is there room? Is there space? Or she could also continue on this low level henchman of Klajd's, getting off another kill. Opts to trap Ulf Annesheim instead. Alright. Well, it's going to be very interesting. Now let's see what Klajd can do with the 3 units. Because he might be losing the game here after this. This is a good use of the Burning Witch. Surprised that Klajd has that, but I'm happy that he did. We're gonna see a lot of good effects coming out from that. So now it's +1 OP cost to spell casting. So every combat is gonna cost 3 red pills. And soon 4. Yeah, indeed, no way you have that. It's gonna do it one more time. Making it really prohibitive to cast any more spells. And then use a simple parry stance. Yeah, both these players might have used a lot of days here. Let's see if he can go through the dodge. Manages to do that, doing a little bit more damage. Very close to killing off Margaret Stern here. Don't think it's going to happen. The Flagellant could come up and help out, no doubt. What else can happen here? Can you get in on the Matriarch? No, you cannot. What can Lerke Sobolinski here do? Well, they can delay. So she's gonna do all-out attacks from now on because it's very cost prohibitive to even cast spells right now. Gonna focus on the Witch Hunter Captain. Killing him in one go. Yeah, straight through the dodge. Straight through the dodge. Oh, I mean the parry. Straight through the parry. The 50% chance of dodging that and getting a counter attack. That was lucky. And manages a strong blow. Oh my god, that's so much damage. That is so much damage. One more kill and Klajd is going to have to take a route test. Has invested a lot in the Matriarch when it comes to skills. Strong Blow and Knowledge Mordheim and Mastered Comet. It's a very, very powerful Matriarch here. You can see why it's the engine of Slaviour's Warband. If we can get one more kill off now, it's going to be a round test for Klajd. And I think he's going to do that with a low level Zealot here that's almost half dead. She still has the casting availability. The casting available, I mean. Let's see what she does. Looks like this is going to be a Slaviour win here. A bit hard countered Klajd, but put up a very good fight. A better fight than most people would have expected, I think. All things considered, yes, he is focusing on that low level guy. Level 1 as he was. Route test coming in.
The morale is critically low.
Could just take the loss here. So that's the first time that Klajd loses as well. So he was one of the few remaining players that have been undefeated, and Slaviour got to him. Can he do a kill? Yeah, he can do a kill, and he should go off and do that. He should go off and do that. Go around here and kill that Margaret Stern. It is definitely possible. Slaviour's also really close here. If Klajd can manage to survive this upcoming route test, which he can't. Oh yeah, he doesn't have any heroes left. It is game over. Congratulations to Slaviour, unlucky for Klajd, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this top game. See you in the next one, and farewell for now. Bye.